can Florida go back-to-back? Does Florida have what it takes to be able to win a second national championship this year? Fanta, go ahead.
Well, 100% they do. They have what it takes, and they have the pieces to win a second straight national championship. I don't have them doing it. I don't think that they will win a second straight national championship. But the question is, do they have the pieces to do so? Well, yeah, because when you bring back Thomas Houck and Alex Condon, who's an All-American, and Ruben Chinyelu, their front line is going to be it's unrivaled. I mean, their front line defensively, the way that they can beat teams defensively, guard you, protect the rim, make you work for everything you're going to get, that should then make it easier on their guards to find a rhythm on the other end of the floor because of how hard they're going to make you work as an opponent for trying to find a good basket, a good shot. The key question is, how do these backcourt pieces mesh? Like, if this backcourt is good, if not very good, then Florida, they can repeat and they might become my pick. I just need to see Boogie Flan, Xavier Lee. I got to see this combination and how exactly it works, how exactly it produces. Because let's face it, this is a different level for Lee. It is. This is a major step up every night. And for Flan, he showed some real flashes, but he's now being asked to do it game in and game out. So shot making from the perimeter is something that I'm zoning in on with Florida. But if they get that, and they get consistent guard play, why not for the Gators? They're not my pick to win it all, but they can make it to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. I will say that there's some real creativity they brought in via the portal with the ball. Elijah Martin was a lot better than people realized. Mm-hmm. Walter Clayton's shot making throughout the tournament had him picked in the first round. That's hard to replicate. That's really hard to replicate. And Xavier Lee is a good player. But he's not like this bulky Elijah Martin type dude to where, like, in the tournament you have to put up with that certain level of physicality. Do I think they're going to be very good? Absolutely. I think that there's a real chance that they could be in Indianapolis again at the Final Four. Do I think they're going to win it this year? I don't think so. But this is a team that could win 25 to 30 games, maybe even more. And it's going to be another really fun year. And you brought up the front court. A lot of those guys in the front court took some pay, like they had some member discounts going on there. Like, they were already there. They enjoyed their experience. And for them to be able to bring in some creativity on the ball, it's going to be fun. I will say, I think Boogie Flan is going to have a monster season. Because
he's got to get back into rhythm. I think he had the sports hernia surgery this offseason.
That sucks. But I think with a little bit more direction as far as being like a guy that's going to call sets.
A little bit of coaching? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because Arkansas fans are going to listen to this and think, I just think a different system for somebody that's a little bit slighter of frame. If you set him up to get downhill and use his creativity, he's really going to be able to score. But he averaged like almost 14 and 5. It's not like he had a bad year. I do think he could be like a big time, like, oh, there's Boogie Flan. That's the guy we thought he could be, kind of situation at Florida.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating that the guy that's supposed to be like at the forefront of the analytics revolution in college basketball, and Todd Golden was like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 2 guys that do nothing but make tough shots, and I'm going to go get 3 bruisers and get every single one of those misses. I'm going to rebuild Florida into Buzz Williams, Texas A&M, and that's kind of what they look like this season, which will be a lot of fun. The point about Elijah Martin and Will Richard is something that I think has been
Will Richard. Excuse me, who Will Richard's getting real minutes on the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
By the way,
and Elijah Martin's, I think he's on a 2-way with, I can't remember, but he's in the NBA as well. Like, you lost 2 legitimate 3-and-D NBA wings in those 2, and Walter Clayton was the best of the 3 in the backcourt. Like, that's impossible. You can't replace that in 1 year. You just can't do it. So we'll see. I like Florida. I tend to agree with you guys though. They're more of like they can compete at the SEC and get to a Final Four. I don't think that they're among the nation's elite this year. Thing to know,
number 2 in the Final Four, they're not one of the nation's elite.
I mean, a lot of teams.
Define elite? My God.
like I would say one of the nation's elite are like one of the top 3 to 5 favorites to win a national championship for me. But I think that there are teams that are good enough. Like you could be a top 20 team in America, but be good enough where on the right night, if you get hot, you can win 4 straight games against good opponents. Does that make sense?
I'll buy.
I think they're a top 15 team in the country.
Yep.
But I don't think they're like a top 7 team in the country. If I had to piece things together, and maybe they'll prove us wrong. I hope for Todd Golden and the Gators' sake that they do.